Hello and welcome everyone to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event today. We have some fantastic schools here with us. My name is Jeannie. I will be your facilitator. And before we get started, I wanted to give you just a few reminders. So you may notice that your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you today. However, you can find a Q&A button on your screen, and you should feel free to use that at any time during today's events. You don't have to wait until a certain institution is presenting to save your questions. If you have questions for any or all of our institutions, go ahead and use that button at any time. Of course, this is one of many different sessions happening, so make sure and check out that schedule and sign up for additional sessions. And then this presentation, along with all of the others, are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. I'll put that link in the chat for you all as well. But now I am going to turn it over to our first presenter. We're going to kick it off today with North Carolina State University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Barrientos. I am an admissions counselor with NC State University Office of Undergraduate Admissions. And so we are actually located in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if my slides will move forward, there we go. So we are located in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is the capital of North Carolina. Being in the capital and the second largest city in North Carolina really offers a lot of opportunities for students to find jobs and internships, and then just a lot of social opportunities since we do have, the downtown Raleigh area really close to our campus. We also have the Research Triangle Park. So again, finding a lot of those co-op and internship as well as job opportunities. And you'll find that a lot of students will actually stay around the area even after they graduate because Raleigh is consistently ranked as one of the best places to live and one of the best places to work. So being in Raleigh, that's definitely one of my favorite things about NC State. We are also the largest public institution in North Carolina. So we do have about 36,000 students, with 25,000 of those being undergraduate students. At NC State, we are known for our STEM programs. Definitely big on engineering and life sciences and that sort of thing. But we do offer over 100 different majors and 100 different minors to choose from. And I'll touch more on that in just a moment. But we do offer a lot of ways to get involved on campus. We have over 700 different student organizations to choose from. So those can, of course, be things that are related to your career interests or major. But it can also just be things that you like to do for fun or just are interested in, like community service, Greek life, religious organizations, that kind of thing. Outside of that, we also offer study abroad programs. So if you're interested in traveling, great way to do that is through studying abroad. And we do offer over 230 different programs around the world. And then we also offer entrepreneurship as well as undergraduate research at NC State, since we are one of 2 research-intensive universities in North Carolina. You'll also see that we are ranked as a top 10 best value public institution. And that's because we've found that the education and experiences that you are receiving at NC State are really worth the investment. So as I mentioned, we do have over 100 different majors and 100 different minors to choose from. So on this list, you can see some of our top programs that students will typically enroll in each year. One that I'd like to mention is our Exploratory Studies program. This is actually a program for students that are undecided. So if you're not sure what you want to major in, it's definitely a great program to start out in because it really does allow you that extra time to figure out what you want to major in. And in the meantime, you get to explore the different majors that we offer at NC State. Something to note about NC State's application is that you'll list a first choice and a second choice major. So students are admitted directly into a major when they're admitted into NC State. And we do always review your application for your first choice major first. If you're not competitive for that major, we'll then review your application for your second choice major. We have two different deadlines to keep in mind. So our early action deadline is November 1st. And if you apply by this date, then you'll receive your decision in January. Our regular decision deadline is January 15th. And if you apply by that date, then you'll receive your decision in March. And neither of these deadlines are binding. So we do need to know if you plan to enroll at NC State by May 1st. If you're interested in a studio-based major, that's going to be a lot of our majors in the College of Design. Then you do have to apply by that early action deadline, but any other major, you can just apply for our regular decision deadline. In order to complete an application to NC State, there's just a few things that you need to do. So of course, first you need to complete the application online on Common App or Coalition. We don't have a preference for which one you complete. There is an application fee with that is $85. And so we do accept fee waivers at any point. So if you're able to obtain one of those from your school counselor, feel free to send that our way. And that will waive the application fee for you if you think that you qualify for that. We'll also need your official transcript that can be sent to us by your school counselor, either electronically or by mail. And at this time, we are test optional for those of you that are seniors applying to NC State. So we're not requiring test scores. If you have scores that you would like to report with your application, you're welcome to do so. But at this time, like I said, it is not a requirement. So you are welcome to just go ahead and there's a question on the application that asks if you want your scores to be used or not. So if you don't want to submit scores, then you will not be required to submit those with your application. The way that we review applications at NC State is holistic. So we do consider a lot of different factors. Of course, academic achievement is going to be something that we're looking for within your official transcript. So looking for rigorous courses and good grades in those classes. But we're also going to be looking at your extracurricular activities, your background and opportunities, also looking at your interest in the program that you're applying for, since I did mention that we are looking to see, or you're going to be admitted directly into a program. So that is definitely an important factor. And then, of course, your individual story. So there is an essay and a few short answer questions that are required along with the application to NC State. And then let's see, that is all that I have at this time. So this is our website if you're interested in applying. And I can also go ahead and link our admissions email if you have any questions about NC State.
Fantastic. Well, that was such a great way to get us started. Thank you so much, North Carolina State University. We're going to go ahead and keep this going, hearing next from Xavier University, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us this evening. My name is Kristen Schultz. I am a regional recruitment director with Xavier University. Xavier is located in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we are a Jesuit Catholic college. Just to go over a little bit about Xavier, we have more than 90 undergraduate degree programs. Some of our top programs include nursing. We do have a direct entry nursing program, business, biomedical sciences, exploratory, which would be our undecided degree, and psychology. So those are kind of the top 5, but we do have a variety of other majors to choose from, depending on what you're interested in. We do both small class sizes, personalized attention. Our average class size is about 21 and 12-to-1 student to teacher ratio. And every incoming student at Xavier gets a success team. So what that success team does is they are there to help make sure that your transition from high school to college and then college and beyond is a smooth one. And it's made up of a career coach, a success coach, an academic advisor, and a financial aid advisor. And they are your go-to team for anything that you need as you transition into college and then start to think about what you're going to do once you've done your 4 years at Xavier and beyond. As I mentioned, we are a Jesuit Catholic school, so part of the Jesuit tradition lies in men and women for and with others. A couple ways that we do that at Xavier is we have our Center for Faith and Justice, which offers our community service and volunteer opportunities to students that are interested in that. We also have a Jesuit education, or the core curriculum, which is a unique kind of curriculum that all students take at Xavier regardless of their major. We also believe in having an active member of the global community. And so through that, we have study abroad programs, a variety of different areas that students can choose to go. And we also offer a variety of immersion trips as well. We are about 5,300 undergraduate students, so we're considered a medium-sized school, but we do have Division I athletics, 18 NCAA Division I teams, most well known for our basketball team. We also have over 170 student clubs and organizations that you can get involved in. We do a big student club fair at the start of every fall semester, so it's a great way to see what we have to offer and what you might be interested in. We do require students live on campus their first 2 years, so we do provide housing for freshmen and sophomores. And we are about 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati, so students can have access to city life, city amenities, internship opportunities, jobs, as well as entertainment and activities. If you're interested in applying to Xavier, there's 2 ways to apply. You can apply through the Common App or the Xavier application. We have no preference on either. Both of our applications are free to apply. We are rolling admissions, so there is no firm deadline to apply to Xavier. However, we do strongly encourage a December 1st priority deadline. This is for nursing. Definitely, if you're interested, I encourage you to apply by December 1st. Also submitting your FAFSA by December 1st. And if you're interested in pursuing any of our honors programs, we have 5 honors programs at Xavier. You need to fill that out by December 1st. We are test optional. That means that we do not require SAT or ACT test scores for students for any of our programs. If you're interested in submitting them, you're welcome to, but they're not mandatory. And if you're not sure if you should, you can feel free to reach out to me or our admissions office and ask about that. And then we do have a 2-step admissions process for our music and theater majors. This is an application and then usually an interview, some kind of performance piece, and our honors majors as well. When we look at your application, we are taking a look at your transcript, the strength of your schedule, the types of courses that you've taken, your college essay or writing sample, a letter of recommendation. We do require 1, however, we will accept more than that, and a resume or activities list, what you've done in high school and kind of what you've been involved in. And that is it for me on our end. This is my contact information here. Please feel free to reach out to me. I will share this in the chat as well. And I also encourage you to take a look at our Xavier Making a Musketeer page, which is a great way to learn a little bit more and get some more resources on applying and becoming a student at Xavier. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Xavier University. All right. I want to remind everyone that that Q&A function is live. So go ahead and get your questions in. We're going to turn it over now to Marywood University. Take it away.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Nicolette Bordeaux. I'm a senior undergraduate admissions counselor here at Marywood. So just some fast facts about Marywood. We have around 2,000 undergrad students and around 1,000 grad students. Our class size is probably 20 to 25 in your major, 30 to 35 in general studies, and that could vary on each program. Our first year retention rate is around 86%, and our 6-year graduation rate is around 67.5% higher than the national average. And then 99.7% of the class of 2019 have been employed or are pursuing graduate studies. Student to faculty ratio as well is around 12:1. We are considered a day 1 school, so we really do try to get you in your major right away freshman year, right from the start. These are some examples on the screen to give you an idea of exactly how we get you right into the major freshman year. For example, aviation, flying in the first semester. I know that sounds crazy, but we really get you into that program right from the beginning. We have 100+ organizations and clubs on campus at Marywood. Anywhere within your department or out of your department, any kind of hobby that you're interested in. We really do have that club on our campus. I would say also as well, our student engagement office won an award for being #1 in excellence in programming. So basically what that means is that they really do try their hardest to get the events and clubs and organizations on our campus, and they actually were recognized for that as well. To give you an idea as well, on top of all the clubs and organizations that we have on campus, we also have study abroad programs, whether it's a semester-long program or faculty-led trip or summer trip. So we do have the opportunities to do that during your semester, or if you wanted to go just over spring break for 10 days with a faculty member, or summer trips, which could range from anywhere for a couple months or just to a couple weeks. So we do offer a lot of opportunities for that as well. To give you an idea about our housing and residence life, we ask you to live on campus for the first 2 years, and then after that, we do ask, or you can move off campus, or you can stay on. We have guaranteed housing for all the years that you are here. If you, or I should say, for freshmen, if you're a freshman coming in, we have suite style dorms. You would be living in a double or a quad, depending on preference. You would be living with one other student or 3 other students. The bathroom will be in your room, so you will not have to have communal bathrooms. There is free laundry on every floor, and there is also free campus parking, even for students who are freshmen. And also as well, if you are not looking to bring your car, there is a local bus system that you are able to take for free around the area off campus as well. And this is just a photo to show you an idea of what the dorms look like. Some things to do off campus that are really fun. We are located in Scranton, Pennsylvania. We're 5 minutes outside the city of Scranton. So just on the screen here are different locations within the city of Scranton, and then as well as Dixon City, which is another town that's 5 minutes in the opposite direction, and then as well as Montage Mountain, which is around 10 minutes in the other direction. But just to kind of give you an idea, we are on the outskirts of the city of Scranton for more residential campus, family-friendly oriented community. We are Division III athletics, so we don't offer athletic scholarships, but we're really fun and competitive. We have 22 varsity sports, men and women, and these are the sports that we have listed on the screen under the Atlantic East Conference. We also just recently got Esports for fall of 2021, and we're really excited to say that the facility is brand new. So if you are interested in esports, we are hosting Overwatch, League of Legends, and Rocket League. And we have 30 gaming stations with an observation platform. You can actually watch it stream live on Twitch.tv Marywood Sports page. The admissions process, we accept, or I should say we're rolling admissions. We accept the common application as well as Marywood's application. They are both free to apply on our website. We ask for a high school transcript from the school counseling office, 1 letter of recommendation, and then we are test optional for fall of 2022. So you are able to submit them or not. And you can opt in and opt out on your application as you're applying. We tried to give you a decision between 7 to 10 business days. And we also have merit scholarships that I will also continue in the next slide to talk about. Our merit scholarships range from $16,000 to $23,000 off your tuition each year. And you basically 75% of incoming freshmen receive a scholarship worth more than half their tuition. You're considered for the scholarship simply by being accepted to Marywood, and you will have this scholarship for every undergraduate year that you are at Marywood. There are other scholarships that you can apply for on the other side on our, as you can see on your right-hand screen. Maxis Chile is a community-based scholarship. We have talent awards for art students and music students. And then if you are looking to transfer to Marywood, potentially, we do have an honor society that we award students money for their being a part of the Phi Theta Kappa. Lastly, if you would like to get to know more, we have in-person and virtual opportunities to visit campus, visits and tours during the week and the weekends. We have Saturday visits in person. We're also hosting open houses on October 30th and November 13th in person. And then we have our virtual opportunities on virtually, I should say, virtual tour and meeting personally with myself or another admissions counselor. And we're on Instagram and TikTok every Friday at 4 p.m. So definitely check us out on there. And if you'd like to follow us on social media, we have all of our social media here. And then you can either give us a call or email us if you have any questions or anything we can help you with. Thanks so much for coming and have a great night.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marywood University. I appreciate another fantastic presentation from this group. Stellar presentations all around. We're going to hear now from Lincoln University. When you are ready, take it away.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Nicholas Faraci here at Lincoln University. I'm the PA admissions counselor. So pretty much Lincoln University, we are the nation's first degree-content historically Black college and university, okay? Literally everything that we do on our campus is driven by our mission. So our mission is to educate you all to your communities and change the world. We do it through our three principles: learn, liberate, and lead, right? So when you get to college, when you get to Lincoln, you're gonna learn how to be a college student. Then we're gonna liberate you. You're gonna be involved in internships, national programs, community service required for all of our students, career development, study abroad opportunities. If I didn't say research, research again, just because we want you guys to have a plan after graduation. That is our goal. Our goal is to have you get a job before or a little bit after graduation, okay? So we serve 2,040 students. We are a top 20 HBCU, and that is for 3 years in a row now. So we're looking to do, more things that put us on to the next path of top 15. We have 30 plus undergraduate programs. With these programs, our top majors are accounting, biology, criminal justice, finance, mass communications, human services, psychology, nursing, and psychology as well. With these programs, you assign an academic advisor to keep you in track as far as graduation. If you have any hardship with your professors or anything like that, this is the person who you would talk to. We do offer, we offer sports services here at Lincoln University. With these sports services, these are like math learning centers, writing and reading centers, and we even have peer professional tutoring as well. Moving forward, we have 70 plus student organizations you guys can choose from. With these organizations, pretty much they consist of student ambassador, tour guide, SGA, campus activity board, Royal Court. Royal Court is a big thing in the HBCU realm. We all have our own Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln, or Mr. and Mrs. Bowie, or Mr. and Mrs. Cheney University. It just depends on the university's name, but we all have them, and we compete with each other. And whoever in the pageant style, and whoever wins Mr. and Mrs. HBCU. Moving forward, we are D2. We are in the CIAA. The CIAA is an all HBCU conference. Our main rival is Bowie State. Our mascot is the Lions, and our colors are orange and blue. One thing about Lincoln University, we are very affordable, okay? We cost roughly $23,000 in-state tuition, okay? That's tuition, room and board, and any extra fees, right? Let's say you have your own health insurance. We would take off $1,000 off your bill, so now it's $22,000. And then we also have FIA. If you're in Pittsburgh, we have Pittsburgh Promise here as well, and then also financial aid as well. 97% of our students do receive financial aid, which is a good thing here at Lincoln University. And then also, it's not on here, but 86% of our students receive scholarships as well. We have merit-based, we have need-based, we have performance-based. We even received a scholarship from Jay-Z and Beyonce called the Love Scholarship. They only picked 5 schools, 5 HBCUs to be exact. We want one of those schools. And then moving forward, we have a tuition freeze. This freeze says that if you come to Lincoln, we would not increase your tuition rate by no means until you stay a 5th year if you do. Our application is 100% free. You can't beat free, as I say. We are test optional this year. We have a lot of things going on. You guys can come, for tours, open house. It's going to be virtual this year, November 5th. With tours, you guys can come on campus, and you guys can also do a drive-through tour on campus as well. So it really depends on what you guys want to do and everything. Real quick, for like my last closing, here at Lincoln, we just want to make sure that you guys understand that we are here for you. We have a 14-to-1 student faculty ratio, so it's very personable. And pretty much you are not going to be a number here at Lincoln University. You are going to be your own person, and we're going to do everything that we possibly can to pour into you and make sure that you are successful in some type of way. Again, my name is Nicholas Faraci. I'm your admissions counselor here at Lincoln University, and you guys have a blessed day.
Perfect. Thank you. I can tell you've had to get a lot of information out there in a fast pace before. So nice job, Lincoln University. If you haven't already, make sure you put your information in that chat so that if anyone has any questions, they can reach out to you. All right. We're going to go ahead and keep on moving along, though. We're going to turn it over now to Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Take it over whenever you're ready.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lance Marshall, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to IUP this evening. First, let me set the stage. with that slide. So IUP is one of the 14 state system universities in Pennsylvania. We're located in Western Pennsylvania. We're about 55 miles northeast of Pittsburgh, and we are in a beautiful college town called Indiana, Pennsylvania. Our student union building is actually 2 blocks from the main street in downtown Indiana. Indiana has about 30,000 residents in the town, and then we add about 10,000 students to the mix. So IUP has about 10,000 students. The campus itself, like I said, is located right in downtown Indiana. The students love it. There are a lot of great places to go shopping and go out to eat. You don't need a car to do that. You are permitted to bring the car to IUP, even as a freshman, if you would like, but you don't need it once you're here on campus. We have lots of ways to get around. So next, let me talk a little bit about the academics. We do have over 100 different undergraduate degree programs. We are unique in the state system in that we are the designated doctoral research intensive university in the state system. Our largest majors, nursing is the largest, followed by crim. Criminology is a huge program at IUP. Biology, business management, psychology. Those round out the top 5 programs. We do also have a special place for exploring students. So about 40% of students at IUP identify themselves as explorers. They're not 100% sure on a major. And so we actually have a lot of support for students throughout the first year. You get intensive advisement and you get support in trying to select a major. In addition to those 5 largest programs, we do have a lot of unique majors at IUP. Let me talk a little bit about those. Safety sciences. It's now called Safety, Health, and Environmental Applied Science. We had the first accredited safety science program in the country. Excellent program. We have interior design, fashion studies, actuarial science is unique, family and consumer science education. So if you wanted to teach that in schools, nutrition and the registered dietitian track. We do host dietary interns at IUP as well. We also have the culinary arts and the baking and pastry arts program as well. So this gives you an idea of what the academic experience is like. Our student to faculty ratio is 17:1, and our average class size is 28 students. So our classes are small. You'll get to know your professors. Sometimes your freshman courses are a little bit larger. When you get into your major courses, they tend to be even smaller, sometimes 10 or 15 students. You'll see that we do send students out on internship. And we do that intentionally because 73% of our interns were actually offered full-time positions. And so it's a great way for you to test out the employer, for the employer to test you out and make sure that it's a good fit. And that gets you the leg up on getting that first position and getting the experience that you need to build your career. So one of the benefits to coming to a larger school like IUP is the number of clubs and organizations. We have over 200 different clubs and organizations on campus. We have Division II sports. Lots of club and intramural sport options as well. So if you want to get exercise, meet people, and have fun, those are a great thing to do. I know in just talking to our tour guides, a lot of them play things like club soccer and ultimate frisbee. There's cornhole leagues, there's flag football, there's basketball, a lot of different options available for students. In addition to that, we host a lot of on-campus cultural and entertainment events as well. So now let's talk a little bit about the application process. We do what's known as rolling admission at IUP. So starting every year in July, we open the application. So if we have any juniors or sophomores on, the application would open on July 1st before your senior year begins. And the application process now is more simple than it's ever been. All that we're requiring now is the application and transcripts for next fall. Those are the only 2 items that are required. If you have SAT or ACT scores, you can send them. They're optional. But due to coronavirus, we are not requiring those for admission, even for nursing, speech pathology, some of those really competitive majors, education. So application, there's no app fee. You do have to use in our university application online. It takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes to complete. And then we need the transcripts. Once we have those, within about 2 weeks, you'll hear back from us in the mail with a decision. Also, if you're a transfer student, we would need a college transcript as well. So I already talked a little bit about the timeline. Some majors that you would want to apply as early as possible for would be nursing and speech pathology. Those programs do tend to fill. Once you get admitted to IUP, within about 3 weeks, you'll get a merit-based scholarship award in the mail. They range from $1,000 to $5,000 for in-state students, and they're actually a little bit higher for out-of-state students. And you're considered for those automatically, so you don't have to do anything extra to be reviewed for those scholarships. We also encourage you to complete the FAFSA. And then the deadline to let us know whether or not you're coming to IUP is May 1st, and you do that by submitting the $150 tuition deposit. After you do that, you can sign up for housing. Our housing is now all suite style for students, with the exception of the Robert E. Cook Honors College. If you are applying to the Honors College or to the fine arts programs, there would be a second step for that. There is a separate Honors College supplement, or for fine arts, you come in to do an audition or portfolio review. This is my information, and it's my pleasure to wrap it up. I encourage you to come check out IUP. It's a special place.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. All right, we have one more institution we're going to hear from now. Art Academy of Cincinnati, we are ready for you whenever you're ready. Take it away.
All right, are we looking good? Able to see me? Awesome. Okay.
Your video's not on. I'm not sure if you wanted it on, but everything else looks great.
Just says that I can't start the video, but oh, there we go. Okay, awesome. Cool. So my name is Allison. I'm from the Art Academy of Cincinnati. I'm just gonna go through this super quickly and try and make it short and sweet. So the Art Academy of Cincinnati, as the name might imply, is a fine arts college located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are regionally accredited and private. The number one thing that we are looking for is to make radical creatives who are going to create the art of the future. We've been creating professional artists for about 152 years now, and I like to think that we're pretty good at it. So just going to give a super brief overview of what going to the AAC is like. You can expect to spend about 2/3 of your time in a studio space making and creating, and about 1/3 of your time within a liberal arts classroom. Those liberal arts are going to look maybe a little bit different from the liberal arts that you might take at another school, because they're very much geared towards you as an artist. So everything that we do is going to be from the lens of helping build your skills as a professional artist and creative. So we offer BFAs in creative writing, design, and art. This particular PowerPoint is actually a touch outdated because this year we were able to add digital arts animation as its own separate full major. And we have a very flexible curriculum. We call it transdisciplinary or even interdisciplinary, where you are really incentivized to explore outside of your major. So with that flexible curriculum, all of the majors that you see can also be minors. One of the other big things about our school is that we have artist studios for our students. These are available to you your junior and senior year. You will usually share them with maybe one other classmate, and these are your studios to do with what you will and to create whatever it is that you are creating at this point in your education. This is a really important part of our facility and our community. We call them the heart of our community. And it's very important to us that all of our students have the ability to have really developed their own studio practice prior to exiting school and beginning their professional career. So just a unique thing that we have that we're very proud of. Speaking of our facilities, they are open to our students 24 hours. We have several maker spaces. They couldn't all fit in this PowerPoint, so I think they just picked the prettiest ones. In addition to that transdisciplinary nature of our education, you have the ability to utilize all of these studio spaces regardless of your major. So even if you are not a photography student, we will teach you how to use the darkroom, and you have access to use the darkroom. That's really good for students to create a very well-rounded skill set, sort of a jack of all trades situation, and even for when you graduate, so that you aren't having to hire out a bunch and really hurt your own bottom line. So speaking of where we are located, we are in over the Rhine in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati is a really wonderful place to be right now. The city has a really vibrant history and is growing every day. We get more people, more businesses, more industries, and this particular neighborhood that we're in, the very large historic neighborhood of Over the Rhine, is also a very exciting and fun place to be. I personally lived there for a couple of years, and I really deeply enjoyed it. Any food that you can think of, any art that you can think of, music, it's all happening down there. In addition, we're very close to places like Kroger and P&G headquarters. So it's just really wonderful for all of our students to have everything that the city has to offer right outside of their door. In addition, we also have dorm rooms located downtown, right across the street from our main building. Very lovely dorms. They have full kitchens, and many of them have features like exposed brick and spiral staircases. So, you know, not your usual typical dorm room, but still very nice. So we really encourage all of our students to take advantage of internships, and we will actually help facilitate many of them. You'll see our students pretty much everywhere. I mean, realistically, if you look around you, everything that you see was at some point touched by an artist. And so we really like to have our students out there as much as possible. You'll find them in museums, in community centers, and as well as in, you know, big industries like Kroger, like Procter and Gamble. So we really encourage our students to get as much professional experience as they can prior to leaving school so that they are as prepared as they possibly can be. So I'm going to dive into the process of going to the Art Academy of Cincinnati. It's very simple. The first step is going to be our application. Our application is free. You can fill it out on our website, or you can find us on the Common App. The second portion of the process is going to be your portfolio, which I will dive into some of those requirements in just a minute. And then your final high school transcript. That's going to be the one with the seal, signature, and your graduation date on it. And we are looking for at least a 2.0 grade point average. So the portfolio, as I said, probably the most important portion of your admissions process. That is going to be 8 to 10 pieces of original artwork, preferably your best work. So when you're putting those together, you really want to keep in mind that quality is always going to be better than quantity. Variety is great, but if you are really good at one particular thing, it is totally fine to lean into that. Always bring your sketchbook to a portfolio. It isn't technically one of your pieces, but it really helps us to see the process, to see your vision, and to sort of see how you take something from idea to concept to creation. And then finally, experiment. Weird is good, weird is fun. Don't be super worried about whether or not something is considered fine art when you're putting it in your portfolio. Just be prepared to talk about it. If you think it's cool, chances are I am going to think that it is cool as well. The other major reason that that is important is because of the entrance scholarship. It is based on your portfolio score. The money ranges, the higher the score, the higher the entrance scholarship. And it is renewable every year, provided that you maintain a healthy GPA. We also have a tuition promise. We understand that college is a very big financial commitment, so we've made one on our end. Whatever the price is your first year, it is locked in for 4 years. We will not raise it on you. So that is all that I have. Hopefully everybody was able to catch all of that. This is the website that you can go to apply to the Art Academy. Otherwise, you can find us on Common App.
Fantastic. Great. Well, thank you so much, Art Academy of Cincinnati. And thank you to all of our presenters here. I am going to actually ask all of our panelists to join me on video here. We're going to move into a very brief Q&A, take advantage of having all of these experts in one place. All right, so as we get everyone started, the first question we have is, what one piece of advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We'll go in the same order, so I'll ask North Carolina State University to kick us off.
Sure. So my advice is, as you are looking through colleges that you want to apply to or universities, look to see which of those have an early action deadline and be sure to apply early to those institutions, because a lot of times that, well, one, you're going to get your decision earlier, and so that gives you more time to make your decision. But also for NC State, especially, that's going to give you the most opportunities for scholarships and for financial aid. So that would be something to consider as you're applying to institutions, to apply early.
My advice would be to take notes. If you're visiting schools, whether it's virtually, in person, however you're connecting with the schools that you're interested in, take notes on what you're learning, what you're hearing from them. This way, when you go back to make that college decision, you kind of remember, you know, what you've heard and what you've learned, because things can kind of all start to sound the same after a while.
I would say just keeping in contact with your admissions counselor, locating who they are, and also on top of that, visiting the schools that you're really interested in, getting to know the admission staff, just getting to putting a face to the name is important too. And then it's even important for us too, because we get to know you better. So definitely keeping in contact with that admission staff that you are interested in, or I should say the schools that you're interested in attending.
Some of the advice I would give you, check your emails, because we always send you guys emails about open house, tour dates, everything. I don't respond to us, but it's okay. Other than that, just be diligent, take notes like she said, and also word of advice, just because your dad went to your school you want to go to doesn't mean you can get there. So
my advice is to visit as well, to really get that feel. Try to get on campus, walk around, see what it's like, make sure that it's a good fit for you. Check out the campus, check out the surrounding area. If you're happy and you like it there, you'll tend to be more successful. So try to get out, do some visits to your top schools and make sure that they're a good fit.
Yeah, I actually have very similar advice from Lance Marshall. Make sure that you are engaging with the school that you are interested in. Go to the open house. Do the tour, make sure that you're talking to not just your admissions counselor, but also, when you're on campus, pay attention to how the students seem, make sure that you are, asking them questions as well, because ultimately, if it's not the best fit, it won't be the best time for you. So always just pay attention to how you're feeling internally when you're visiting these schools, and if you're really feeling comfortable and like it's the good choice.
Thank you all for that. So many great suggestions here for everyone. Hopefully people were taking notes like one of the suggestions was. All right, we're going to move on to our next question. This question is going to let us learn a little bit more about each of your campuses. And that is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school? We'll go ahead and go in the top of the order again with North Carolina State University kicking us off.
Sure. So I would say something that's really important to remember about NC State as you're applying to NC State is that students are being reviewed for their specific major that they list on their application. And so if you're admitted into NC State, you're going to be admitted into that program. So just remember that as you're applying to make sure that you're listing something that you're actually interested in doing at NC State. And if you're not too sure what you want to do, that is not a problem. Again, we do have that exploratory studies program for students that are not sure what they want to major in. But just remember that students that start at NC State will be starting directly in their program.
For Xavier, I'd just like to let students know that, even though I mentioned that we are a Jesuit Catholic institution, we welcome students from all backgrounds and all faiths at Xavier. We have students currently from 20 different religious affiliations. So there's something for everybody at Xavier. If you want to get involved, those opportunities are there. If you're not interested in that, there's plenty of other things that you can do, and everybody is warmly welcomed.
The one thing I would like everyone to remember about Marywood University is that we really do get students in their major right away, right from the beginning of their freshman year. We really do give hands-on experience. We have electives, but they're sprinkled throughout the program. So just know that if you are looking for that specialty program, you will be right into the program right from the start. And like North Carolina State said too, even if you're not sure of what you'd like to do, we do have that undeclared exploratory department as well. So we can help guide you to find out what you are interested in as well.
As far as Lincoln University goes, how affordable we are, we roughly cost $23,000 for academic school year, tuition, room and board, and extra fees. And also that 97% of our students receive scholarship, financial aid, and 80% of our students receive scholarships from Lincoln University. So
similar to Lincoln, I want to say, excellent academic programs at an affordable price. We are a state university, mid-sized school, so large enough that you don't see all the same students all the time, but small enough that you get to know your professors and you will run into friends and do those types of things. So it's a good mid-sized school that you can make your own.
Yeah, I think what I would like students to take away is that the Art Academy of Cincinnati is a place for creatives to grow, to learn, and to become professional creatives. So if you are looking for that really arts-focused education, every single aspect of our school has been created and developed and looked into in terms of what is going to make the best professional creatives, what is going to give our students the best step forward in making and creating the art of the future. So I think that that's what I would like students to take away.
All right, wonderful job, everyone. Thank you so much. I learned some interesting things about all of your campuses here, and I hope all of our attendees did as well, that they're gonna get online, send you some emails, do some research of their own. We're going to wrap this session up, but this is part of a larger event. So hopefully you also signed up for a few other sessions after this. Take a look at that schedule and see other events you might want to jump into today. I also want to remind everyone that it is being recorded. So if you want to catch something that was said before, feel free to go to strivescan.com/Pennsylvania so that you can check that. I went ahead and put that link in the chat for you all one more time. And then finally, when you close your session today, you're going to get a very quick 5-question survey. Any information that you can provide will help us make these events better in the future. Thank you to our panelists. Thank you to you all, our attendees, for being here as well. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and afternoon. Bye-bye now.